If Music Be the Food of Love, play on, and Ishiguro's Nocturnes is definitely playing on. So I have a relationship with Ishiguro's books where I've tried to pace myself with them because he's only written 9, and I know that every single one of them is just going to be pure brilliance because he's one of those writers. If I were to read them all too soon, I would be very regretful. So I've currently only read 3 of them. I've read A Pale View of Hills, Clara and the Sun, and now Nocturnes. And to the surprise of no one, it was sensational. I feel like this is one of the more underrated Ishiguros. Like, if we look on the back, I would say these 3 are probably the ones that are most talked about. This one kind of gets left to the wayside, and I think it's because it's an anthology. People don't tend to enjoy short stories as much as novels, which is a shame because there's a lot to be desired about a short story. I like that we don't spend too much time with it. It doesn't get redundant. And there's only 5 short stories in this, so overall it's quite a short book. But there's a theme as well. Each story is linked by music and what music means to life and love and all of that. I think what's always blown me away about Ishiguro is his range. I can't think of a writer who has as much versatility as he does, in the sense that he has 9 different books and they each feel like they could have been written by a different person. If that makes sense, because the subject material in each one is so different, and yet they're all so amazingly rendered. He really has that style. He kind of gives me, this is a weird comparison, I guess, but he kind of reminds me of Fitzgerald in the way that he's able to capture life in this incredible vision that he has for things. It blows me away. And you definitely see that with this one. Cellists was my least favourite. Then I would probably say Malvern Hills, Crooner, and then for me, Come Rain or Come Shine and Nocturne, they were the 2 standout stories. I thought Come Rain or Come Shine, it was like I was reading a sitcom. It was so funny and silly, and yet it also managed to tackle serious issues. I really enjoyed that one. And then Nocturne was so bizarre in like the best way. It got very philosophical about the nature of talents and who has it more rough, the people who are born with a talent and don't have the looks or the charisma to make that talent marketable, or the people who have all of that but they don't have the raw talent that is necessary for them to actually be good at what they do. And I just think that's a very interesting conversation. It's also quite a funny one because the 2 main characters are in the middle of like a plastic surgery operation, so they all covered in face bandages. It is very silly. I genuinely think he is one of the best living writers of our time. Like, truly so good. If you needed any more reasons to get into Ishiguro, Nocturnes is one of them. It is a sensational read.